Kia ora, all you cheeky dogs and freaky cats.
Kia ora, all you cool cats and kittens.
How you doing?
Oh, pretty good, thanks.
That's good as. Toby's here.
Yeah, I'm pretty chuffed.
It's the Misfits Podcast with Swagger Souls too.
Hello.
And Matt's here as
speaking
well.
English? What are you doing over there?
Just a bit of a Kiwi intro for you there.
Yeah, a little
Myself
bit of
and
Kia ora
Toby.
action.
All right, seems good.
Yeah, he's fucking picking up
He's
on
from
it.
New Zealand too. You guys thought he was this American Bayer's accent, but no.
I'm a Scux Deluxe.
All right,
Scux
you
Deluxe
should
G.
stop immediately.
Yeah, no, mate, it's not it.
That's not it.
I was friends with a few Scuxes in high school.
Really?
Yeah, we were always jealous.
Well, now we have to explain what a Scux is to all of our non-Kiwi listeners.
A Scux is like Barney from How I Met Your Mother.
And what's that?
Gay.
Someone that gets with a lot of women.
Yeah, it's a ladies man. A Scux Deluxe.
Scux Deluxe is a very, very ladies man.
Yeah. We were just going over some important New Zealand slang terms before the podcast started. And now here we are on the podcast. And it's a new week.
It is a new week, and a lot has happened.
Has it?
Has it?
Not really, but I got a blood test yesterday, which was great.
Your blood's still blood?
Yep.
Don't need to change your blood?
It was the first time in like 10 years I'd ever gotten my blood drawn or longer. I never get it done. And I figured since now I'm in Australia and I've been here for a while, I should probably make sure that I'm not dying. And so I went to the doctor, he goes, yeah, like go do this, go to this fucking pathology clinic or whatever. And I was like, okay, word. And he goes, yeah, but you need to fast. You need to not eat from like 10 p.m. and get it done first thing in the morning. And I was like, well, that's pretty easy. So at 10 p.m., I got really high and I ate a bunch of food. and so I was like, all right, I'll do it another day. And then I had another day where I was like, all right, I'm going to fast on Thursday, and then Friday I'm going to get it done. And then I got really high at 9 p.m., and then I ate a lot of food. Wow. And then so finally this week, 2 days ago, I was like, all right, I'm going to fast. Took all the self-control available to me not to eat. And then I woke up, I slept in until 1 p.m. And then I went to the clinic. And then I go to the clinic and they're like, all right, cool. Like, have you fasted and everything? I mean, well, it wasn't that simple. I went into an Uber to drive me like 45 minutes away to the nearest clinic.
The nearest pathology clinic was 45 minutes away?
It's because we were in the lockdown. The other two clinics were reserved strictly for COVID testing. So I had to go fucking all the way out of my way.
Are you telling me that you actually successfully fasted for like 15 hours?
Dude, it was 15 or 16 hours.
Damn, it's like a modern Gandhi. That's fucking crazy. That's fucking insane.
Yeah, dude. Yes.
Self-control is
Namaste is probably using the right thing.
But that's Scux Deluxe.
Yeah.
I think you should stop appropriating cultures, Swagger Souls.
Okay.
Anyway, you get to the clinic.
So I got dropped off like maybe a 20-minute walk away. My guy completely went out and just was like, okay, I'm going to drop you off here. I was like, well, we're not here. He's like, I can't take any further. I was like, okay, all right, I guess I'll walk.
Wait, where is your fucking clinic? Like deep in the hood of Melbourne?
No, it was in Warragul.
The what?
Warragul?
Warragul.
If I was an Uber driver, I wouldn't want to enter that place.
Yeah, dude,
either.
he dropped me off like a 30-minute walk away. So I was like, okay, well, fuck it. I'm just going to walk over
this
there.
This is as far as I go. Just gives you a handgun. It's like, good luck.
But I walked over there. I finally found where I had to be. And so I sit down and the lady's like, all right, well, have you fasted? I'm like, yeah, since like 10 p.m. last night. She's like, it's 2:30. Like, you've been going for like 16 hours. You fasted way too long.
Yeah, and I just walked 20 minutes here.
Yeah, I was like, I didn't know that there was a time limit on your head, like how long you can fast for.
It's called a fast, man. It's supposed to go quick.
Yeah, I guess so. But I was just like, just take my blood, because like I cannot go in here again. I can't do this again. And she was like, all right. And then so she stuck me with the needle. I had to fill up like 4 vials of blood to do all the tests.
Did you get STD tested?
Yeah, it's an STI test. Okay. It's like it's just the whole thing, like vitamin levels and everything. Just make sure I don't have AIDS.
Because when you said that you haven't had a blood test in 10 years, I was like, you could have an STI and have no idea.
Exactly, which is why I'm doing it for you know. And hey, if you guys haven't got your blood test, those who's listening, maybe go and go through this awful experience.
You're really selling it.
Yeah, dude.
Did it hurt getting jabbed with the needle?
Well, it pinched, but like I really couldn't bring myself to look at it, because normally I'm like, oh, cool, like something's going on, I'll look at it, but it pinched in, and like I was just looking away, and she's like, you don't faint, do you? I was like, I don't know. and I felt the blood like drain out of my arm into these vials,
because they take a lot of it.
Yeah, dude, she's trying to like have a conversation with me, and she's like, so what do you do for work? I was like, oh, I just couldn't get it out because all I could do was hyper focus on the fact that the blood was draining from my arm, and then my fingers got super cold.
Ooh, not the fingies.
No, the fingies, the phalanges, completely just freezing to the touch.
Did they strap up your arm like you were?
Yeah,
about to shoot up
they did
heroin?
the tourniquet and everything.
Epic.
But yeah, they took it and she says, you can piss, right? I was like,
She said that.
she did. She's like, you can piss, right?
Maybe
I was like, I can. Do you need me to? And she was like, yeah, we need a urine test. I was like, oh, okay. And so I had
She
to.
really said it like
piss.
that.
I know.
You can piss, right?
I guess I think she was asking like if my bladder was full at the moment, but she just phrased it like, so you piss, right? I was like, yeah.
You're a pisser.
Yeah,
You've been known to
You're
pee.
known to piss.
But yeah, that was a good bit of fun.
Oh,
Get my blood test done.
Oh, so that's the extent of the story?
Yeah.
She took your blood and then asked if you could piss?
Yep. Yeah, she did. It was a great
So
experience.
you walked in this morning to the podcast and you're like, oh my God, getting my blood done was awful. I got a whole story about it. I was like, man, I fucking wonder what happened. No, just got your blood done.
Yep. Yes, I did.
Well, and when do you get your results?
I'll let you know. Maybe a week or 2 weeks.
Hopefully you don't have AIDS.
They said that they'll text me if everything is fine, and then they'll link me results. But they'll call me if there's a problem, and then I need to go into the doctor. So I'm hoping for a text.
Right. So do you have any anxiety after getting your blood done?
Yeah.
Or after getting any kind of examination where you're waiting on results?
Yes.
So you're like, I wonder if I have this.
Yeah.
Or that.
Mm-hmm.
Or that.
Oh, he might have that.
Oof, you don't want that.
Yeah.
No one wants
it,
that.
It fills me with fear.
Yeah. Okay.
Excellent.
Epic.
Yeah, we're all just living in
Matt,
fear. I love it.
Do you guys have like GPs that you just go to here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a new GP that I go to since I moved.
Yeah.
Is he hot?
He's a good guy. I went for a full physical, dude. and
Did he finger your asshole?
No, like
cough
prostate
test?
exam
Cough
or anything.
twice.
But yeah, like I was like, I want a full physical because I hadn't had one in like 5 years. So like, check me up and down, whatever. And he's like, okay, cool. And so like, he's taking my blood pressure. He goes, you have great blood pressure. I'm like, dope. And then he goes, all right, drop your Dex. I was like, oh, okay. So
Drop your what?
Yeah, my pants. Like,
Wait, what do you call it?
Dax. It's Aussie
Dax.
slang.
Um,
If he dax someone, it means
and
he
so
pants them.
I'm on the table, like pretty much naked from the waist down, and he grabs these glasses with like magnifying like lenses
Sorry,
on
it's
them.
so small. I
And,
can't even see
yeah,
that.
dude, and he goes over to me. He goes, I'm not putting these on because your dick is small, mate. And I was like, I'm not trying to impress anyone. Go for it. And he was like, all right, cool. And then inspected everything. I'm all good.
Huh.
I hate having my cock and balls touched by a doctor. It feels so strange.
It wasn't even touched. Well, I know he checked for lumps, and he was like, nope, they're not lumpy. I was like, thank you.
Nice.
And yeah.
Mine are lumped for her pleasure.
Lumps for her pleasure.
Lumps for her pleasure.
Yeah.
Some lumpy. What are you even using the balls for in that context? You use those like anal beads or something.
You put them in their ass. Remember, we talked about this.
Dear.
Ew.
That sounds terrible. I would,
Stringy, lumpy, long
I feel
testes.
and then she does a Kegel and just pops them.
I feel like I've seen a video of that.
I have too.
I feel like we
wouldn't-
saw it during a CSGO recording session.
Oh yeah.
Some dude pooping out his own balls.
Yeah, that's a classic.
That was the same guy as Spaghetti Asshole.
This is why I stopped recording.
Spaghetti Asshole was actually quite the experience to watch. Probably
Yeah.
one of like
Spaghetti
the
asshole.
yeah.
Listen,
This is
spaghetti
like,
asshole's a whole thing. all
It
right?
has like a 97% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah.
Yeah, directed by Bruce Willis.
That was George
It
Clooney.
was Bruce Willis in that movie.
Yeah.
Spaghetti Asshole's a real classic. You haven't seen it? He puts a bunch of spaghetti in his asshole. He shits it out.
It's about what you'd expect.
I don't think he shits it
and
out. I think he
more.
just eats it and he uses his asshole as a bowl.
Oh, I'm thinking of the wrong video. I'm thinking of
Different one.
spaghetti Asshole.
Different one.
Spaghetti asshole too, baby.
No,
The
no,
Reckoning.
it was. I think I was looking at. I think what it wasn't even spaghetti. I think it was like penne or linguine.
Penne asshole.
Yeah, I don't know.
Forrest Gump
There was a
version.
white sauce, but I don't know where that came from.
Put the pasta in my asshole, Penne. Anyway, just talking about spaghetti asshole here.
Spaghetti asshole. We've mentioned spaghetti asshole multiple times on the podcast.
It's not news.
I'm sure most
This
people
isn't news.
still have no idea what it is, and that's fine.
Honestly, neither do I. But you know what is news? We have some news.
We
You have
have
some
news.
news?
We have some news. We have a whole bunch of news here.
Oh shit! It's the beep 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 boop beep Misfits news section. Come on, get a nice little edit right there.
Nice little edit there. It's
Yeah.
the Misfits news section.
For audio listeners, there's a cool little edit that you really missed out on.
Well,
It was like a cool little audio thing that you probably heard, but then there was also like a graphic
Yeah.
that popped up.
It is
There's
like-
lower thirds going by
I
right now.
love you audio listeners, but you're really missing out here.
Fuck.
Bunch of
Just unlock
pussies.
your phone and look.
The news segment is a segment where we read a bunch of articles that we don't really know anything about, but they're things that happened recently.
Yeah, and it's kind of fun because like we don't know anything about them, and then we figure it out as it happens.
Yeah.
Just like
Exactly.
the regular news. Let's
So
go. Let's
we
do
have
this.
we have a
How hard
team
can
that
it be?
gives us a bunch of shit to look at and react to.
And we're your ignorant anchors. Tokyo 2020 Australian canoeist. You heard me correctly. Jessica
Wait,
Fox.
canoeist? There's canoeing in
There's
the
canoeing.
Yeah, you didn't know?
Jessica
No.
Fox uses condom to repair kayak before clinching Olympic bronze.
She used a condom to
Used
repair.
a condom to repair her kayak.
Is this like
and
and
mid-competition?
then she won a bronze?
Yeah, she found a unique way to fix her kayak before going on to clinch the bronze medal. at
What
the
do you do
Tokyo
in Olympic
Olympics.
kayaking? Probably kayak.
It's like white water
Rafting
ra-
kind of deal.
Yeah, but there's also
Is it-
like what's it called? Like the like what is it? Like the speed one where they race each other.
Yeah.
Is it new?
Rowing.
Yeah, they added a bunch of stuff this year. They got some crazy sports in
Skateboarding's
there.
in it, right?
Is it,
Yeah.
is the kayaking like in an artificial river or is it in an actual river?
It's like artificial like white water rapids. So like there's like I assume something pumping the water so it like makes it look like it's
Yeah.
rapidy. You know what I mean?
Mitchell,
Yeah.
could I get you to look something up for us?
Yes.
Could you
Spaghetti
look
asshole.
up the different countries, how much they pay their athletes for the medals?
Yeah, I'll research.
Because I
Oh.
saw this the other day, and I
Is
think
there-
it was something like Thailand or Singapore or something. A gold medalist gets like $1 million, but in the US, a gold medalist gets like 30 grand.
Ew.
Interesting.
Yeah, it was just like
But,
really
but
interesting.
they
seeing
have,
them
so
they
in
have
many
action.
of them, mate.
sponsors. They
Supply
have
and demand.
sponsors as well,
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
they?
Yeah.
So, but are we just going to gloss over the fact that this woman just had a condom in her back pocket that
Liz,
she
Yeah,
could
that
just
is a
repair
con-
mid
yeah,
race?
that's what I'm
She
wondering
used
about.
a condom that she got from the Olympic Village to fix her broken
Yeah.
kayak. Just
Oh,
weird.
that's
Why are they
right.
selling condoms at the
No, they
Olympic
give
Village?
them out
Sell
for
them.
free. They fuck all the time there, mate.
I
The
thought they
Olympic
weren't.
Village-
They're
I thought
fucking
they were-
roided up athletes. Goddamn right.
I thought they were trying to discourage the sex though with these weird beds.
I think it's
Yeah,
notorious.
they had the fucking the cardboard bed.
Oh,
so
in
they couldn't
fucking
fuck.
Rio or
No,
whatever?
this is bullshit. The cardboard beds weren't to stop them from fucking. They were actually really well built. So
Out
you
of
could-
cardboard.
Yeah, you could.
Apparently they're very uncomfortable.
Yeah, but you can still fuck on them without it breaking. So
that's all
I
athletes want.
can kind of see why like she had a condom, but why did she have a condom on her person during the during the race?
Yeah, that is
You
weird.
just
'Cause
never
then
know, man.
Yeah, you never
You never
know.
know. Yeah.
You never know. A hot little merman is going to jump out of the water.
Better be safe than sorry. You know?
Maybe she's just repaired kayaks with condoms before, and she was like, "I'll just keep one on me just in case."
I guess this brings a whole new meaning to the word rubber plug.
Yeah.
Segue into Olympic athletes having sex.
Oh.
The Olympic anti-sex cardboard beds. Guys, have you heard about this?
Can we look up photos of these things? I heard about them.
Yeah.
Yeah, can we get
Yeah.
a photo up of the beds?
Yeah.
Some news outlets are claiming that this year's Olympic competitors are being asked to sleep on absurdly flimsy cardboard beds supposedly designed to prevent casual sex.
Fake news.
A hugely popular
it's in-
pastime for Olympic athletes. They love having sex.
Yeah.
It's in Japan. That's why they're like, no, none of that there.
None of that.
Really?
Japan's an absurdly perverted culture.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's 2D only.
They have all that cardio, you know? Olympic athletes, they probably know how to
Yeah,
fuck.
so this is the Olympic bed.
Obviously, a mattress goes on top. but yeah.
Yes, like they're
Yeah.
not sleeping on that.
But dog, that's cardboard. That's like
Yeah,
straight.
yeah.
That's like a pizza box on the top. Look
yeah,
at that.
dude. But like
It looks like a kid's bed.
the reason they did this was just for like cost effectiveness, and also they recycle the cardboard after this, so it's like easier for them to make, cheaper.
Yeah.
It does the job, and then they can also pack it down into like a flat thing.
The cardboard beds, it is being claimed, will break apart at the slightest provocation or provocation.
There's no way.
It's bullshit.
That looks very sturdy.
There's a video of a guy.
Can we buy one of these online and test it?
No, there's a video of an Olympic athlete actually
having sex on one of those beds.
No, jumping on it and like rocking back and forth. And it's sturdy. It doesn't break. It doesn't bend.
Imagine it's like, welcome back to Mythbusters. Today we're going to fuck on this bed, see if it breaks.
Jamie and Adam start making out.
I don't want to do this. I'm not going to be the top. You're going to be the
What is this thing? Is this
It's that's the
mustache.
The
He
mustache.
makes fun of him,
walrus mustache.
I love the Mythbusters.
Jamie looks, as much as I love the guy, he kind of looks like a walrus.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Dr. Phil. That looks like a walrus as well.
Yeah, I guess it's just a mustache thing.
Yeah, it's the mustache and round head situation.
Yeah.
No, apparently this is complete fabrication.
Jamie took a girl's virginity.
Really?
That's
Jamie,
cool.
Jamie broke her Heinemann, man.
Okay, that was fucking epic.
Fucking awful.
That is
Didn't get a
deluxe.
single spill or anything on his white
that
shirt.
was a stretch.
Just like her.
Just like this
Flex.
Olympic sturdy mattress story. It's a complete fabrication. Once again, fake news.
Fake news.
Going at it. Not like us. We're real news.
You just
real
got
facts.
fake news.
Real information coming at you.
Got trolled, bro.
Hard hitting stories.
It's the next hard hitter.
So the Olympic athletes, there's actually some crazy, like with the pay for the medals. The US team pays $37K for a gold. The Singapore team pays $750,000 for a gold.
Yeah.
Wow.
And Hong Kong pays $650,000.
Isn't that crazy?
That
Yeah,
is-
but like supply and demand, USA always wins the most.
And
Do they?
that is not true.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, well, we actually have provided
Buyer's
by
market,
Mitchell
mate.
a lovely graph here of the rankings.
I think you know what it is. I reckon the US probably
I was
doesn't.
gonna make him
third with
guess.
the ball.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. Shit.
Well, yeah,
Ball, but we got 45. We got the most though.
I reckon
Yeah.
the US just cares about other sports a lot more than the Olympics. Because
Yeah.
like NBA and American football and all that,
Yeah,
they get
sports
paid
is huge
fuckloads,
there,
but
yeah.
maybe like is the Olympics a big thing in the US?
I feel like the Olympics every year gets less
not
and
every
less. Every 4 years gets less and less interesting.
I mean, I've never really been super interested in it,
Neither.
but I think it's
Neither.
just the way I'm inclined. I think a lot of people
It'll
still
never
care.
end. Like
Yeah.
the Olympics will never be like, oh, nobody's interested anymore. We're not going to do this because like it's been around for thousands of years, hasn't it?
Yeah,
It's like the first Olympic
that's like
Games
Greece
in
and
Greece
shit,
in
mate,
like
yeah.
in like the year whatever the fuck.
Bunch of
AD.
oiled up
yeah.
buff
Or
men.
BC.
There was no esports this Olympics, right, or anything like that. Any kind of video game or virtual.
No, but there was
sporting.
skateboarding.
Yeah, skateboarding.
Mm.
I think they're just going to implement more trendy, competitive sports.
You know what I saw today? I saw trampolining. I had no idea trampolining was an Olympic sport.
Damn.
They should do
It's like
influencing.
fucking double bounce.
How many impressions you can get on Twitter in like an hour-long period?
All right, you got 5 minutes to write a funny tweet. Whoever gets the most likes wins.
Okay, this
The
is
other ones
epic.
get canceled.
Social media Olympics.
Speaking of
Social media
trampolining,
Olympics.
I want to see
Very similar to the Special Olympics.
I want to see a Olympic crack the egg on the trampoline.
Oh,
You guys play that game growing up
Yeah.
on the tramp?
Oh, I love crack
It's
the
where
egg.
everyone sits down cross-legged on the tramp and one person
Like-
bounces and they got to try
Yeah.
and make them break apart.
They like roll up, so like you hug your knees in, like you're just
Oh,
in the fetal position because your parents are fighting.
Yeah, exactly.
And then somebody jumps in the middle of the trampoline and they try to like double bounce you and
Yeah.
like say you land on your head and break your fucking neck and
Yeah,
then
it's
unfold.
epic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I want to see it. Anyway, the People's Republic of China, my favorite country.
Yeah.
They have
The
20
people's
medals,
favorite
20
country.
gold medals.
Wow.
They're
20
leading the
gold
charge.
medals.
Wow.
Yeah. Japan coming second with 17 golds. America third, 16 gold medals. So far, at least. When does this shit end?
I don't know.
Does it ever end? Who knows? Australia got 10 gold medals. Good for them, I guess. Where's New Zealand? 3 gold medals.
Hey,
What were
Tied with
just-
Canada.
Can we look up what all the new sports that were added were? I'm kind of interested.
I think it was like, I can look
There
them
was
up,
like
but
6 new sports, right?
skateboarding, BMXing.
BMXing?
oh,
Yeah.
that's games.
Oh,
That's
cool. Very extreme.
Yeah, very interesting. I wonder what
Is
like how they judge it. I guess they just have people that have been judging skateboard.
Yeah, same way they
competitions.
judge the X Games. How
Yeah.
dope it is.
Yeah.
They also added
that was
karate,
fucking fire, dude.
They had a karate.
sport climbing, like rock climbing, like
Yeah,
speed
that's
rock climbing.
cool. That makes sense to me because
Is
And baseball and softball, but no one really cares about those.
Japan
That's so
loves
interesting.
baseball and softball, though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
fuck.
Japan loves it.
More than Americans now. God damn.
There was a list from this old book I used to read called Uncle Giant's Bathroom Reader, and it was just this giant book of random facts and
Okay.
like stories and shit. and I would read it every time I took a shit. And I remember reading this one thing where it was like Japan adopted baseball as like one of their favorite sports and pastimes. And they translated like all of the American words in baseball to like Japanese, but they're so similar. It's like base instead of base is like beisu. And like it's pretty much exactly like that. Like they've taken the words almost verbatim and added their own little Japanese twist. It's kind of cute.
Right.
Little Japanese twist sounds like a cocktail.
You can just see the resentment towards the Japanese boiling under Swagger's American
not at all.
surface.
There was
Bastard.
I remember watching this movie.
Still hasn't forgiven them.
I was a big fan of this movie as a kid. It was this American baseball player that had to go to Japan to like play baseball. I forget the name of this movie, but I remember this one scene. Because back, in America, you do chewing tobacco, you do dip. The baseball guys always did dip. That's why Big League Chew came out. It was because all the kids would see their favorite baseball players fucking packing their lips with tobacco and then spitting it on the field. And so they made it just like you can't do dip anymore. Use Big League Chew. And then so all the MLB players would, pack their lips with bubble gum.
Oh, it's bubblegum?
It's Big League Chew. It's bubble gum.
Incredible.
Like shredded up bubblegum, but it was to emulate chewing tobacco. But there was this one scene in the movie where the guy was told, like, whatever you do, don't spit on the field. And he packed his lip with tobacco and spat on the field and got ejected from the game. Because in baseball, in Japan, apparently, like, being on the baseball field is like this sacred thing, and like you can't disrespect the field, you can't disrespect the players. Like it's a very big culture like that, which I thought was really interesting.
Japan is like that in a lot of ways. You can't disrespect the tentacles, can't disrespect the anime girls, stuff like that.
For sure, man. Fucking crazy place.
Crazy place. It's fucking zany, dude. I was like checking it out the other day on Travel Network. Fucking wow.
You know what, guys? This next article really makes me giggle.
Really?
Really gives me a little smile on my face.
What does your giggle sound like?
Oh,
I like that.
say that. If I read this in the morning paper, I'd be like, oh.
Yeah.
Very good.
And then you'd be like, Margaret, you must check this out. It's fantastic.
A woman in China visits doctor for a hurt ankle, only to find out she was born a man.
What?
What?
Excuse me?
A 25-year-old woman in eastern China who failed to...
25-year-old man.
A 25-year-old
Misgender her?
woman in eastern China who failed to fall pregnant after 12 months of trying. Fall pregnant? Is that really... fallen pregnant.
I've fallen into pregnancy. Can't get out.
She was shocked to discover she was actually born a male and is intersex.
So she's like one of the fuck. I was gonna phrase that. I was gonna say she's one of the genetic anomalies.
She's one of those freaks.
I mean that is what it is.
Yeah, intersex is very interesting. So I'm assuming the article doesn't go into detail about what her genitals look like or anything, but I'm assuming if she's trying to get pregnant, that she has a vagina.
Maybe.
Probably.
I don't know what's so remarkable about it. I mean, I'm a male and I'm intersex. The woman whose external female genitalia never forced her to question her sex. Oh, she's got external female genitalia. She stumbled upon the discovery after an X-ray.
How does that work?
After an X-ray of her injured ankle was taken and revealed that the penis was actually located in the ankle. No, that's a lie. I just made that shit up. No, apparently. Well, let me open up the article here. But apparently, there is this thing, right, where you can have external female genitalia, but on the inside you got a cock and balls.
External being like the pussy.
It.
Well, maybe the tip of her dick just looked like her clit.
Perhaps when the
Got a
X-ray,
really big clit or some shit.
That's the thing. People have really big clits.
All right, Toby, we
Learn
get
something
it.
every day. Here you go.
Fucking flex harder.
Little Bobby doll heads.
Jesus Christ, what?
What's that even mean?
Like a fucking doorknob.
What are you
It's like
talking
the
about?
size, it's comparison.
Can you imagine a fucking like it's a doorknob? Like
No, it's like, do I turn it? What do I do with it?
Rip it out.
What's in here?
When the X-ray revealed that her bones had not developed past the age of adolescence, the doctors further probing uncovered
a woman.
the fact that Ping Ping, that's literally her name, her name has been changed to... all right, hang on, let me read this again. The doctors further probing uncovered the fact that Ping Ping, whose name has been changed to protect her identity. They really changed her name to Ping Ping to protect her identity.
That makes sense. Why didn't they change it to Ding Dong or something?
That's
Yeah, it's
basically
got a
what they've
doorknob.
done.
It'd make more sense.
Ping Ping just sounds like one of Pingu's friends or something. Had never menstruated. She's never menstruated. She said she turned a blind eye to it out of embarrassment. When I was young, my mom took me to the doctor. The doctor said I was just developing slower than others sexually and that I could have my period in a few years. After I grew up, I found this issue quite embarrassing, so I didn't treat it seriously. So yeah, Ping Ping, poor girl, is fucking biologically a man and found it out. It's crazy. My husband
so weird.
and I have been trying to have a baby for a year, although it's been in vain. Is that also related? This woman is distressed about her situation.
You know, it's so interesting. I wonder, like, would she have a womb? Would she have like a uterus?
She could.
It's so
Although
so
she
interesting.
wasn't getting pregnant, probably not.
Damn.
Well, maybe because like there are women with
I guess,
you know.
well, if she wasn't menstruating, then she wouldn't have been developing eggs.
Yeah, she wouldn't have been passing them either. Maybe she has eggs and ovaries.
She's got big old eggs.
Yeah.
So the genetic test revealed her karyotype.
Yeah,
was
karyotype.
46XY, a pattern normally found in males who have genitalia that is not clearly male or female.
Interesting.
Ping Ping learned that
Wow.
while she had no uterus or ovaries, she also lacked male genitalia or an Adam's apple. So she's kind of just somewhere in the middle almost, it sounds.
Yeah.
Her code speaks to male.
A lot of intersex people when they get older, it gets to a point where they're like so in the middle that they can just choose what gender they want to be.
It's true.
And then they just take that hormone to balance out their hormones.
Because doesn't normally, if you're intersex, does that come with the fact that, or the possibility that your hormones aren't like actually working the way that they're supposed to because there's like a conflict?
Yeah. A lot of people think that being transgender is like related to being intersex, but without any physical attributes.
Interesting.
Because a lot of like transgender people, before they go like start transitioning, they actually have like hormonal imbalances, and then when they start transitioning and they're on the hormones, they suddenly have the right amount of hormones, and they suddenly, like mentally a bit better. Like I there was a lot of things that I mentally like had issues with. That when I started taking hormones, all of a sudden I like was way more compassionate with people and stuff.
Right. But I remember you talking about the side effects of your hormones, and it's like that you get sad for no reason, or like get really angry and pissed off at people for no reason.
I don't really get that anymore, to be honest.
That's good. That's good. Holy shit!
I'm having these terrible side effects. I care about people now. What's up with that?
I know.
It's fucking weird. Yeah, poor Ping Ping. The article kind of goes on about how it's an indication of the poor sexual education in certain regions of China. It's not many people are really taught very much about, or there's a very taboo sort of vibe when it comes to sex.
Even in the U.S., I mean, we didn't learn what intersex was at all. Like in our
what they even teach us, it was like basic
Dude,
shit. Like
I remember we'd sit down. It'd be like
pretty much.
They would refer to it as like. The private parts were like they would use another word to skirt around, like, can't you just say penis or vagina?
Your cock and balls.
You know,
cock and balls.
Like I remember they would show us. They showed us these really weird videos from like the fucking 90s, and it was like a brother, like an 18-year-old brother talking to his 12-year-old brother about like. Getting an erection, and like you can't have sex if you don't have an erection, and then it like showed this hyper realistic diagram of a cock going from flaccid to fully erect in the front of the whole class. It wasn't just the guys like there either; it was the girls. And as soon as I showed on, all the girls screamed. I know three girls ran out of the room.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
this is
was
what a big
fucking
old
awesome.
cock looks like.
Everyone was
lesbians.
laughing. It was great.
Man,
Gym teacher was yelling.
good time.
You had a teacher called Jim?
No, he was the PE teacher, physical education.
Oh, okay.
So we had PE, like gym, and then you had
like
that
Jim's mowing.
You had that for like 3 parts of the year, and the last part of the year, there would be like one semester where you would do a health class, and then one
was just joking about the gym thing.
Oh.
I don't think she actually needed an explanation.
I don't know. You guys from New Zealand.
No, I mean,
you guys went to a weird school.
Yeah, well, the New Zealand sex education was real different, eh?
What was it like?
It was just this video of like an older brother, same sort of thing, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I just smashed Monique. Her pussy was mean as, bro."
Yeah.
And then the younger brother's like, "What's a pussy?" He's like, "Bro, you don't know what a pussy is, G."
Dude, you're so not scocks, bro.
And he kind of explained it.
And then he goes, I don't want your ghost pussy.
I don't want your ghost pussy, bro. Fuck off, G. Guys, you want to hear something else that's really wholesome in the wholesome news department?
Oh, wholesome
I
news.
love wholesome news.
I love
Get
wholesome
all
news too.
cozy and cuddly. Grab a blanket. Grab a fleshlight. Get at it.
You don't get this on CNN. Man with no arms accused of harassing woman by asking to touch their feet. A warrant has been issued in Arkansas. Arkansas.
Arkansas.
Yeah, I just like saying Arkansas. A warrant has been issued in Arkansas for a man with no arms who is accused of harassing women. 3 women have filed reports in Faulkner County about a man identified as Brian Reams. We're calling you out on the podcast. Harassing them while shopping in Conway. Police said the incidents occurred between... Okay. He did it at a Walmart.
I wouldn't expect any other place.
Here's the quote. They were all very frightened and very uncomfortable by these incidents that occurred, said Lacey. Yeah, so apparently this guy has no arms and he...
Wait,
what did he do? He was
surely it must have been a joke. Imagine a guy walks up to you from an alleyway, you're drunk at midnight, and he goes, "Oh, give me your money or fucking stab ya." And then you look at him and he's got no arms, he's smiling at you. Like,
sounds pretty... I'd be more scared.
Yeah.
It's like, what is he going to stab me with?
He probably pulls his foot up and it's just a fucking knife between his toes.
Wait, so just quick question. Why was this wholesome?
No, that was just a setup.
Oh,
Just
okay. Never mind.
Amusing setup.
I was ready for some wholesome times.
No, well, here's the wholesome part. Reams is accused of following the woman around the stores and making inappropriate comments to them. In one report, a woman said Reams, who has neither of his arms, asked if he could massage her feet.
With my feet.
These women were strong enough to come forward, Finkenbinder said.
Well, yeah, he's got no arms. Like, that's sure they're pretty strong.
I don't want to really laughing at the victims, but this detective's name is Finkenbinder, and that is just so funny. They may report it on social media, and they typically do not do so for their own benefit, not to get any attention, but to warn other people. And that was really how we became aware of a lot of these incidents. This poor fellow with fucking no arms is trying to get laid. You know, these people are just being like,
let me massage your feet, bitch.
Yeah,
Let me slap that ass.
Can you imagine the fucking crisis of being a man with no arms and really into touching feet?
Yeah.
He can't even swipe on Tinder.
He can't.
Oh, dude.
Oh my god.
How does he masturbate? He should just get one of those suction cup fleshlights and just have it always attached somewhere.
He probably just does that.
How does he put it up though?
With his feet?
Yeah. Okay.
His mouth.
Like sitting down, put it up waist height.
He's like a little
It'd be very
chimpanzee
awkward.
boy.
It just seems such a peculiar article. Like, how severe is this guy harassing these people? It's like, there's not really an example of anything much more severe than him just being at a Walmart and be like, "Hey, baby, let me touch your feet."
That's honestly not the weirdest thing to happen in a Walmart, you know?
But
Yeah,
I mean,
especially in Arkansas.
you never know.
Arkansas.
You never know what he was doing. I mean, Arkansas is a weird place. You have people without arms begging to touch women. You have really odd characters with, they may be a bit overweight with like really white teeth, shooting guns in the air.
And stuck up women that won't give a poor lad a chance, you know?
Yeah.
Terrible people there.
Yeah.
Won't lend him a hand.
Arkansas, isn't like Arkansas like one of the most racist places in the U.S.? I saw that there was this video of like a person like with a Black Lives Matter sign out in like it was a specific town in Arkansas, I think, and everybody that drove by was just like hurling abuse, like white people matter too. And it's just like yeah,
Wow.
okay, interesting.
Is Arkansas in the south, in the deep south?
Yeah, it's
Where
like,
is it?
Where would you say
Midwest?
it's east
Midwest?
of? Is it east of the Mississippi or is it west of the Mississippi?
I think it's west.
I think it's west, isn't it?
Where's Arkansas? Can we pull up a map?
Pull up a map.
We should know this. Weren't we tested on this in like 5th grade?
Can we go on Google Street View in Arkansas and try to find the Black Lives Matter sign, guy?
Pretty sure it's like
It's
Midwest.
like-
Still there?
It's like Pirate Kansas.
we go.
Kansas.
There's Kansas, and then there's Arkansas. I don't understand. Why is it called Arkansas?
Let's just.
Why
keep,
is it pronounced Arkansas?
Because it's American. It's easier to
ask
say.
the natives,
And
dude.
what's the other weird American place that doesn't look like it sounds?
Los
Gotta be more
Angeles.
specific.
Illinois?
mate.
No.
Yeah,
it's-
Arkansas, right? It's underneath Missouri.
Yeah, there it is by Oklahoma. And,
Smack dab between Missouri and Louisiana, and next to Texas.
So where's the Mississippi? Oh, so
that
it is
explains a
west of the
lot.
Mississippi River.
Mississippi River.
you know, if we
The
just look
Mississippi River.
around on Street
Bro,
View
no wonder
long
people are
enough-
so weird there. Look, it's sandwiched between Texas, Tennessee, Missouri, and Louisiana, and Mississippi.
Go into Street View and look for a man with no arms.
But there's only 4 roads there. Look at that.
Arkansas literally just sound.
There's more than 4 roads.
Little Rock.
We're going Street View, and there's just a guy with no arms.
What the fuck? Did you pick the capital? What the hell?
Wow, Arkansas actually looks good.
Well,
That's pretty nice.
Ghost people. Jesus.
There's ghosts.
Oh my god.
Jesus
It looks like an
Christ.
album cover, bro. That's sick.
He's
That
got no
actually is
arms
a
in the
good
left
album
one.
cover.
That's him.
Oh my god, we found him.
Yeah, fuck. I love Arkansas, man. Just the whole name just sounds inbred. Want to hear some other really cool news?
Sure.
Might as well.
I would love to.
This one's actually some crazy Doofenshmirtz level shit.
Evil Incorporated.
That's right.
Ooh.
Dubai is coping with its 125-degree heat by using laser beam shooting drones to shock rainwater out of clouds.
Ah, yeah. I heard
Interesting.
about
What
that.
the
actually.
So what? Is it like the lasers heat up the air around the cloud and then that makes the water condense
Here's how
and
it
then
works.
it falls down?
Here's how it works.
The rain
like
emanator.
bigger
They're
droplets.
just
They're
shining.
rain
They're just
made it.
shining a laser pointer in God's eyes. So when he's pissing, he's like, I can't see, and he turns.
Sprinkles it.
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah.
The drones shoot laser beams into the clouds, charging them with electricity. The charge prompts precipitation by forcing water droplets together to create bigger raindrops, essentially electrifying the air to create rain.
Dude, this is just the modern version of a rain dance. It's just coincidence. It just happens to rain.
They're
And they're
literally-
like, oh, it works.
They're just
The drone
scamming-
lasers worked. I knew it.
Scamming clouds.
Yeah.
Bro, they're stealing some other
they
country's
give-
water,
they
like
give-
later down the line.
They give Native Americans like little rave lasers to do the rain dance with.
Yeah. Dude, they're just prematurely ejaculating some clouds.
Man, what can't laser beam do, man?
So true.
This guy's
He's
already
in
got
Dubai?
a
Damn,
He
we
got
thought we were in
bored.
lockdown.
No, that's actually really interesting.
It is cool.
Holy shit, that it really works, huh? You shoot the fucking lasers at a cloud, electrify that shit, and
Yeah.
it tricks the cloud into thinking it's sad.
Yeah.
Fucking incredible.
Makes the cloud want to come.
Is that what rain is to you?
It's cloud
Ooh,
cum.
cloud
Is that
cummies.
why you're always catching the water on your tongue?
Yummy.
Fresh rainwater.
Now, that's what snow
That's
is.
disgusting.
Snow is cloud cum. Yeah.
Yeah.
Rain is just cloud tears.
Then what's ice?
Oh, ice is frozen cloud tears, idiot.
Frozen cloud cum?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's like when you jizz on the floor in like a carpet.
Yeah, it's like
Like,
free
you
cum.
know,
and then
normally
do a
do-
cum angel.
Not a cum angle. You just kind of like stomp it in with your feet to get it in between the fibers of your rug so
No,
that it's
no one
not
does that.
noticeable, and then it gets all
Yeah.
sticky and like crusted. And then
idea.
once it's like a little crusty puddle, then you just rip it out like a Band-Aid, and then it's perfect.
You
Is that
talked
like-
about this before.
Is that like where you put like the Elmer's glue on your hand and then you like rip
It's,
it
it's
off?
like fake skin, except it's all over your rug.
You have talked about a very similar thing before.
Is he really?
Yeah.
This is a pattern that I'm distressed by.
Yeah.
Yeah, my
You
dad.
have cats, dude.
Yeah, well, no, it was in my old. It was when I was living with my dad. He
But
told me
your dad did it.
No.
Hey, son,
No,
come
he-
peel up my
Why
cum.
is all these crunchy spots on your carpet and your
No,
floor?
he ripped up my carpet and put hard wood in, and I was like, "Oh, how is the carpet?"
You knew.
This will stop you coming on my floors.
It was I didn't actually come on my floor. Well, I had, but accidentally. But to get off of that subject, I would smoke weed out my window. I would just like open up my window, smoke weed, blow it out, and then like I'd really have to spit because my pipe would hit really hard. So I'd spit in the same part of my carpet and just leave it to evaporate. I think that was really funny and charming.
Well, that's on the internet forever now. So
I think that's really
I
charming.
think that's really funny and charming.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think that is charming. I think that was a great adjective.
There is something very endearing about that.
Yeah,
Actually.
you know, at least you chose the same spot.
Well, yeah. Well, I would have wanted
Let's
to
start
dirty
going
any
like-
other
Well,
part of my
if
room.
you spat on a different spot every time, eventually it would look like you just never spat on it. It would all
Yeah.
look uniform. You know?
Everything would just be all spitty.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, you're disgusting.
But you know what? You know what isn't disgusting and actually is very good for you?
Tell me about it, Swagger.
Gamer subs.
Gamersubs.gg, everybody. If you want
Website's tasty.
if you want
have
gamer
cookies?
energy, if you want energy to game, if you want nootropics, if you want caffeine, 100 milligrams of caffeine per small scoop out of these little powdered energy drink containers. Gamersubs is my number one go-to drink when it comes to gaming, furiously masturbating, punching people in the street. It is the go-to way to juice up your life, spice yourself up, get yourself hyped, and game.
I like the pineapple flavor. It's very delicious.
Yeah, it's got vitamin C, vitamin D3,
sugar-free.
vitamin B6, vitamin B12,
Damn.
vitamin H.
That's like half the alphabet.
That's like so many vitamins.
It's a lot of vitamins.
Swagger told us a pro tip earlier today about 2 flavors that go great together.
So, we have our very own flavor called Misfits Melon, a beautiful honeydew kind of flavor. Very sweet, very good. Pop it in your drink. It's good on its own. But what if I told you that there is a very awesome hack that you could do with that and another flavor?
Dude, flavor hacking.
If you get the pineapple flavor, I believe it's pineapple cocktail.
Which is so fucking
good. It is
good.
very good. It's like drinking pineapple juice. And it makes your cum taste great. I would know. Let's go on to if you mix 1 scoop of the pineapple with 1 scoop of the melon, it is fantastic. It is so tropical, tasty, and sweet, and with just a little bit of sour.
Yeah, I love it.
Go to gamersubs.gg and use code MISFITS for 10% off your order. There's also a new flavor out, Guacamole Gamer Fart 9000, which is a beautiful,
limited run 500. You gotta get it soon.
It is just Guacamole Gamer Fart 9000. I know it sounds awful, but it's a beautiful strawberry and lime blend. Sure to put a pep in your step.
Wait.
Go to gamersubs.gg and check it out.
Are you being serious right
I'm
now?
100% serious. There's literally a flavor on Gamers. Pull it up.
Can we pull this up?
Gamersubs.gg. You can get the newest flavor, Guacamole Gamer Fart 9000. And
Did you say strawberry and lime?
It's strawberry and
That
lime
sounds
flavored.
fucking delicious.
Yeah, it is, right? Yeah, there it is. The official energy drink of shit posting. Guacamole Gamer Fart 9000 is the newest
What
flavor.
the fuck?
It's beautiful.
I like the
it's
packaging.
tasty. It's great. There's a dinosaur holding an avocado. It's great. It's positively awesome.
I had no idea.
You didn't know? And another life hack, if we're on the concept of mixing flavors, mix waifu candy with Guacamole Gamer Fart 9000, and you get waifu Gamer Girl Fart 9000.
Oh, okay,
shit.
that is smart.
Which is what you'd want. So don't delay yourself. Don't do yourself any negative favors. Go to gamersubs.gg, pick up some Guacamole Gamer Fart, Misfits Melon, or even pineapple cocktail, and treat yourself right.
Wow. Speaking of things that mix really well together, goat dies after unnatural sex with senior citizen. Goat dies after unnatural sex with senior citizen.
Wait, how did the goat die from sex?
Well, let me tell you.
That must have been a pretty agile senior citizen.
Picture this. Kuala
Try not to.
Lumpur. All right? You know what that is?
Kuala Lumpur.
Kuala Lumpur.
It's in Malaysia. You know, I've been there. KL. Let's go. Turn up.
KL represent.
A female goat died after senior citizen had unnatural sex with it. In KGSG, booyah. Serenda.
KGSG, booyah!
Serenda yesterday. I don't know how to say these things. A 45-year-old woman who was the owner of the goat realized the incident at about 1:30 p.m. after hearing weird sounds coming from the animal. She then saw a half-naked man, whom she recognizes, getting up from the goat before running away. Upon checking the animal, she found it already dead, reported Beretta.
Holy
Harrier.
shit.
Jesus.
The woman lodged a report at the Serenda police station yesterday. And they confirmed that the 60-year-old man has been arrested. The suspect was found in the bushes and arrested in Jalan Tengah,
Maybe
KGSG Booyah,
he was
at
just
10:50 p.m.
maybe he's just reading a recipe for how to make a good goat and said that he had to baste it, and he didn't realize that it already had to be dead.
He was trying to give it some
butchered.
stuffing.
They've fucking sent the goat to the lab for analysis to see if there's any like semen in it or anything.
Look, he already analyzed it.
I really like how they had to specify that this was unnatural sex as opposed to like
You don't think
natural
they-
sex.
you
with
don't
Reminder
goats.
to our readers: this isn't normal. Don't try this.
You don't think the goat could have maybe consented? Maybe he was like
Yeah.
communicating with it.
Maybe
I don't
he could
know,
speak to
man.
animals.
The fact
Maybe he
that-
was Dr. Doolittle.
I mean, it didn't say no, so
maybe,
that's a yes.
maybe he was like, if you consent to the sex, then eat this grass right in front of you, and then it ate the grass.
That's true.
Yeah, this horny goat says "but," and the goat's like "but." It's like, all right,
Gave it
it's
some
good enough
horny
for
goat
me.
weed.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
Yeah, horny goat weed.
Let's go. Yeah,
Wow.
but anyway, the goat died in the process, so I don't think that's.
Well, that's
good.
that's definitely an L for the goat.
Imagine that. Imagine you're just a simple goat owner, You know, you care about this thing, this animal, and you come outside and fucking, not only is it dead, but it's
fucking dead.
I mean, it's fucking dead. It's being fucked by an old man.
It's getting fucked by an old man that you recognize.
She recognized him.
She knew who it was. She's like,
Do you imagine going outside and you see your goat getting fucked by somebody, like someone you recognize, like your neighbor? That would be so awkward at Christmas parties, like from that point forward.
Yeah.
Who the hell invites their neighbor to a Christmas party?
I don't know. He'd probably go if you served goat.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I don't think she's going to be talking to this guy anymore. They found him in the bushes.
He was in the bushes.
what was he doing in the bushes?
Hiding from the fucking law.
Maybe he was looking for more goats.
I don't know, dude. Fucking a goat is enough to get 5 stars at Kuala Lumpur.
Yeah.
You know.
I don't
fought the law and the law won.
I don't understand. What's so attractive about goats? I know you guys think sheep are attractive. Maybe there's a similar thing.
All right, that's a myth.
No.
Only like some of us think that.
Yeah. Like
some of us is me.
Like in a room of 2 people, at least one of them.
I assume unnatural sex is referred.
Oh,
sorry. Cut that.
What the fuck?
I assume unnatural sex refers
Yeah, too
to
much saliva in
anal
his mouth.
sex.
Oh.
And I assume this is a guy goat. So
No,
maybe this
no,
guy
it's a
was
female
No,
goat.
it was a
female
female.
goat, yeah.
Oh, because I assumed he was attracted to the guy goat because they have giant balls. Remember when we
Maybe-
saw that goat?
Well, yeah, the goats do have big knives. Mitchell, pull it up on screen.
if you pull up the article, Mitchell, there's just literally a picture of the dead goat. Like,
Oh,
on the page.
don't show that. Don't show the
look,
goat with the big nuts.
There's like a little pink around its ass. It looks like it got fucking good.
Maybe it was unnatural sex because he was using a strap-on or something.
I don't know.
Maybe
He'll be
it's
taking a
because they weren't married.
It says he will be taken to Sessions Court.
Yeah, there you
what
go.
the fuck?
What the fuck?
That's
You can buy them in the
Yeah,
butchers.
sure.
Holy shit.
Testicles is
$3.92.
food.
That's not a
They're
bad price.
big. Those are big, honking, swinging, ding dong nuts.
Wait,
on
what
that
does it say
goat.
at the top? If you scroll up,
Has it
did
not,
it
like-
say? Oh, that the one that has the black the yellow text on the black picture. How long does it take for a goat's balls to drop off?
Oh yeah, because
Yes.
that's what they'll do. They'll put like really tight rubber bands around them, and then their balls will literally fall off until they desex them. They do it for sheep
Yeah,
too.
so-
I learned that on Clarkson's farm.
I learned that
Oh.
with through the guy that did Dirty
Can I
Jobs.
do that with mine?
What was
If
the
I'm too
name?
lazy to get vasectomy, can I use some rubber bands?
Absolutely.
What was the name of the guy that did Dirty Jobs?
Mike Rowe.
Mike Rowe talked about
Mike
how
Rowe's
he was
Dirty Jobs.
on a farm, I think in Wales, where they were dealing with sheep. And they had to castrate the sheep. And so they told him, like, yeah, you just get this rubber band, you put it really tightly around the scrotum. And, like, when you do that, the sheep, obviously, in a lot of pain, will just lie there, just, like, sit down and lie there and be in obvious discomfort. And then he refused to do it. He's like, no, this is cruel. Like, we needed, like, you know, we got to do this a different way. And they're like, dude, this is like the most humane way to do it. And he, like, refused to do it. And they were like, okay, if you want to do it, then we can fucking take the rubber band off and bring him into the barn, and you can do it the other way. And he was like, okay. And then they brought him into the barn, and they gave him a fucking hot knife, a hot, sharp knife. And they said, go for it, man. And he couldn't bring himself to do it. And so he did this big TED talk about it where he was like, yeah, like, you know, sometimes, like, what you think isn't right is the best way to do it.
Yeah.
You know, gotta trust him. But yeah, goat testicles, very big. Audio listeners, love you.
Very
love
big
you,
goat
absolutely.
testicle.
But you really missed out. We had a plethora of pictures up on our screen with just giant
Big
nuts.
old goat sacks.
Giant
nads.
goat nads.
This the 60-year-old fella's getting taken to Sessions Court for a remand application to facilitate the investigation under sections 377 and 289 of the Penal Code.
Penal code.
That sounds kind of like penis. It's a little funny. Anyway, that's the story about the man who fucked the goat.
Yeah.
Wow.
And what do you say about that, Toby?
It's against the penal code to put your penal in a goat.
That's right.
It's pretty bad.
Everyone knows that.
I'm just glad the law got him. He didn't get off.
Okay, that was fucking
It
epic.
was
Let's go,
fucking
baby.
nice. You hit me with it.
Woo! Let's fucking go, baby.
Heroin seized after trooper pulls over vehicle for handwritten license plate.
Come on, man.
He sees the heroin.
Try a little harder.
He sees this guy's pulled over.
I guess
The guy can't get a break. He can't even afford a license plate. Then they take his heroin.
Did he really think he was going to get away with it?
Wife took his arms as well. Like
they grab all the heroin. He's like, "Why'd you pull me over?" He's like, "Oh well, sir, you have an A4 piece of paper on the back of your car with H3ROIN on it. Kind of sus."
Yeah,
dude. When I was a kid, I used to think like, why don't people who are robbers or criminals in general just have like a little button in their car which makes like a curtain go over the license plate when they're on the run or some shit?
The ones that are like, they have that.
Or they just
you'll
like
flip
flips
around.
around.
Oh
Thing.
Some of that shit.
you can get those.
But
the thing is, not having a nice license plate just makes you a very big suspect, you know?
Yeah, but I guess like if I hit someone's car, then I could just press the button and then they wouldn't be able to get my plates.
You could get a fake plate to go over like that, so that way, you do something with your one plate and then you switch it to another and then you drive away. But a trick that a guy I knew in high school did, he had a fucking nice car and he'd drive it around, he'd bang it all over the place, and his license plate was 88B8BB8B8. So like you could not tell which was a B or which was an 8 after he fucking hit your car or drove through your fence. So
I remember that shit in video games where hackers would like make their name like LLILL.
Yeah.
So you're like, fuck, you're trying to like spell the name to kick him. You're like, what's his fucking name?
It's a good trick.
I wonder what his license plate says. It doesn't really say what it said on it or what it looked like. I'm just imagining like literally an A4 piece of paper with some Sharpie on it.
42069.
I wonder if it was his actual license plate too. Like he's like, oh, my license plate fell off. I'm gonna write it out. So it was his real license plate, but just on A4.
I think they just said no heroin on it. So,
you think if you're selling heroin, you'd have enough money to buy a license plate?
Well, you don't know that he was selling it.
He just had it.
He had a little bag of smack.
Just a bag of smack.
Poor guy.
31-year-old fella.
Sold his plate for the
his
heroin.
36-year-old partner. Fucking.
Wow, partner crime too.
Yeah, there were a couple that's doing heroin and drawing on things.
They had 3,100 bags of heroin.
So they're probably selling.
They might have been.
Either that or they're just really big heroin enthusiasts.
Maybe they were just stocking the local heroin stores.
They were just like, all this COVID, we need a year's supply.
Oh, that's smart.
Save money.
I mean, people who are into heroin kind of have a tendency of being really into heroin, so they could just have a lot of heroin.
3,100 bags, you've got enough money to get a fucking license plate. Just steal someone else's if you need to.
Kind of stupid on their part, to be honest. Kind of a rookie mistake.
Yeah.
They probably do drugs or something, idiots.
Fucking.
It's like when you have the body in the back of your trunk and, you just have to abide by road rules.
Yeah.
And make sure that your taillights
break
are on
one law
out.
at a time. That's what they always say.
Yeah, never speed when there's a dead person in your trunk.
Yeah,
No, obey the traffic laws.
So if you rob a bank and then you're driving away from the cops, make sure you obey the traffic laws.
Yeah, absolutely.
Suspicious.
Don't run a red light. That shit adds up in court, mate.
Only one law at a time. Running away from cops looks kind of fun, you know? You ever think that, like...
Could you hire police, give them enough money, be like, you chase me?
Yeah, if a cop just started, put its lights on, I could just put my foot down a little and just see if I could get away.
Yeah, but then you'd forever be on the run. They would get you eventually.
Exactly.
They'd have your license plate. You'd have to ditch the car, burn it.
Yeah.
But the car would be attached to your identity, so they'd probably come to your house.
My car's registered in my company's name.
If you're ever getting pulled over...
I'll say it was one of my employees.
If you're ever getting pulled over...
He's been fired now. We're all good, officer.
If you're ever getting pulled over, all you got to do is just drive back to your house, because then when you hit home base, then you're absolved of any law.
That's true. If you enter your garage, it just takes you to the next sequence.
Exactly.
Just get a rattle can and like spray paint the car real quick.
Just pull over and just press T and wait for 12 hours, like Skyrim style.
Yeah.
And they'll go away. It'll be morning. Like nothing ever happened.
Yeah.
There are people that legitimately do that. They'll, sovereign citizen type knuckleheads that don't know their ass from their elbow will be driving, get pulled over, and then they'll speed away. Then they'll park in their driveway and they'll get out and be like, I'm home now, dude. You can't do anything. Get off my property. Be like, the cops just go over and tackle them and put them in handcuffs. Fucking bring them in. They're screaming about their rights or something.
Yeah, you have no proof.
I've always found that people that shout, "I know my rights," do not know their rights.
If they knew their rights, they plead the fifth, dude.
Yeah. I saw this woman walking through I saw a video of this woman walking through a mall without a mask on, and she was shouting at someone at a store who was saying, "You're not allowed in unless you're wearing a mask." She was shouting, being like, "I know my rights. I don't have to wear a mask."
I saw one that happened at Bunnings in Melbourne, where the lady was just, this poor guy, man. He's just working at Bunnings, and this lady's like, "I don't need a mask. You're saying that I need a mask?" And the guy's like, "Yes, ma'am. We can't let you in. It's store policy. And she's like, this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
And she's getting all hyped up. The guy's just there with the most sad, tired, depressed eyes, with a slight smile so that, he's not threatening, just going, yeah, man, you're going to have to leave. You're trespassing.
Yeah.
You remember Guy Williams?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so Guy Williams interviewed someone. He's a New Zealand
comedian.
Yeah. He interviewed this woman, and she said that she doesn't believe in wearing masks, but she also said that if Guy was like, if I got the vaccine and then I wanted to interview again, would you wear a mask? And she was like, well, yeah, if you had the vaccine, I might need to wear a mask because I might catch what the vaccine has.
Oh, my God.
She's so funny.
Smart woman.
Genius, yeah.
God bless all of you working in customer service that have to put up with shitheads, especially in this time. So
Yeah.
a lot of people putting up with bullshit these days.
Yeah,
Just put your AirPods in.
Carry
listen
some
to the
OC
podcast.
spray. If you're working in retail, just have a little bit of pepper spray on you. So if some dude comes in without a mask, you say, hey, you need a mask. And he's like, what? What for? And then you spray him in the face, you go for that. And then, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, you can't do that in Australia, unfortunately.
Yeah, you can't even own, anything to protect yourself here.
Pepper
Just carry,
spray or
hairspray.
tasers.
If you sprayed hairspray in someone's eyes...
Hairspray and a lighter. There you go.
Exactly.
Life hack. Just pull it out and just...
You do that,
run
it
away real
fucking
quick.
goes back in and it fucking explodes.
Ah, it's a myth.
I
That
feel
shit
like if you
never
sprayed hairspray in someone's
Try
eyes...
that. Yeah, I did
fuck
that shit
them
all the
over.
time. as a kid.
Just carry gamer subs with you and a lighter and just start pouring it at them and throwing it at them.
That's how
I
they
don't think the
really
Gamers Up guys will approve of that one. Let's...
Look,
self-defense
They
weapon.
literally
In a
have a
pinch-
flavor called guacamole gamer fart.
yeah,
9,000.
fair enough.
yeah.
You'd be surprised. Yeah.
Now rebranded as self-defense.
Yeah, in Australia, you're basically not allowed anything for self-defense.
That's so odd.
Interesting. But it does also mean that it's hard to get something to attack someone with.
Yeah.
Although it's not that
I
hard to
mean-
get a machete
Or a knife.
or a baseball bat or a golf club. At least my girlfriend she works at a petrol station. She said some dude walked in last night when she was on the night shift holding a golf club, and she was reading what she needs to do if he threatens her. And then he was just walking around the store with a golf club, went and bought something and then walked out.
Yeah.
Why the fuck was this dude walking around with a golf club?
Probably playing some golf.
When you have a 9-hole at 6, but you're hungry at 5:30.
Yeah, that's smart. You're so true. Fuck, I'm so dumb. That's what he was doing.
You're so true.
You're so true.
You know what else? Guys, this is the last stint of the podcast here, and we do have a wholesome story to end on.
Actually wholesome or?
Actually wholesome. Alabama. I should say.
Alabama.
Alabama Jared.
Alabama city leader who used the N-word in council meeting says he won't
classic.
apologize and might run for mayor. He might run for mayor.
And
Look,
he probably
I would
will get
apologize.
reelected.
A white city leader captured on video using the racial slur toward black people during a council meeting said he won't apologize and might run for mayor. Others are calling for his resignation.
His approval rate has never been higher.
During a public session,
I mean, it's Alabama.
during a public session, Bryant used the slur to refer to a black female council member, Veronica Freeman,
Was
before
a
the
coworker.
outburst.
Huh?
Neighbors asked Bryant about a controversial social media posts allegedly made by his wife about race. Oh my God, this guy's just a bad egg. A bad racist Alabama egg
Yeah.
using the N-word to
Yeah.
a fellow council member.
Speaking of the N-word, little tangent here. This morning, I was scrolling through some social media, and I came across a video, and it was just a video of Justin Bieber when he was young, singing One Less Lonely Girl, but he replaced girl with the N-word,
Yeah.
and he was just singing the song, but it was just One Less Lonely N-word. And then there was a
Some of
bit
his best work.
where he was singing about being in the KKK or something. It was really...
I don't know why he neglects talking about that part of his life and his music these
Yeah,
days.
but he's probably 11 or something.
Oh yeah, he looked
Yeah.
very young, but still, it was.
I'm still a believer.
It was
like
it
That
was
was back in
crazy.
the COD days. That was normal then.
Yeah.
I mean,
Hop
honestly,
on to
this,
Xbox Live.
this edgy 11-year-old shit. There was even just a video of...
I mean, if you're a councilman, you probably shouldn't be calling your fellow councilwoman that.
Yeah,
And,
I mean, you're no Justin Bieber. You can't exactly get away
you
with
can't
that.
get away with
Exactly.
that. You know,
Idiot.
it's not like it's like if he was there and it was just he just was singing along to a rap song, like that is one thing. Or if he's interrupting the meetings, feeling like this is very poignant. I need to refer this to my favorite book, Tom Sawyer. Then, you know.
Yeah, it wasn't
Read
like he
an
was
excerpt.
quoting anything. It wasn't
No.
even like he was
wait,
just.
I got a question. You had to read that in class, right?
Dude, I did.
Okay, but
Dude.
was there a part? Did they say that you couldn't read?
No.
Okay, because in our school
dude.
they're like, oh, you can say it if you want, or you don't have to
Bro,
if you want to.
that's exactly what they did to
What
me.
the fuck?
That's exactly what they did to me. They said we were reading To Kill a Mockingbird.
Yeah.
And you know, the big thing that my teacher stressed was, you know, you don't have to say the word if you don't want to, but you know, you can if you want. It's just part of the book. And I was like, okay. And then she chose me to do it. I was like,
Oh,
I
God.
was super tired, dude. I was like falling asleep in the class. I was just on autopilot reading it, and I was just going over, and I just said it, just completely said it. There was like 5 or 6 black guys in my class. They all just went. They fucking looked at me, and I was just like, kept reading.
Did they beat your ass?
No, they were cool with it.
You see that birthday hat there?
Yeah.
See the little white bit? It kind of looks like a cock and balls. Like there's the tip of the dick at the top. And
Oh
then,
yeah, you're right.
And then there's the little foreskin below
He's-
it, and then there's the
he's not
ball
cut.
there,
Yeah, it's like a little
Beautiful.
unicorn
like a little
horned cock.
like a little pointy dog dick.
That's a very astute observation, Toby.
Thanks,
Thank you for sharing
thanks.
with the
Yeah.
class.
I just saw it and I was like, you know, I'm gonna.
That's what you get for saying the N-word, you dumb fuck.
Yeah, you got the dunce hat on. You fucking
Look,
idiot.
dude.
You're just like those I don't even know where he was from.
Alabaman.
Alabaman council guy who's not going to apologize and actually might run for mayor.
No,
Well,
he
guys-
said he might apologize, didn't he? Or he said he
No,
might
he
apologize?
says he will not
Well, look,
apologize.
I'm not going to apologize, and I might run for mayor.
Wow, might. Keyword might. I like how the might was in the article as well.
It's like, I might run for mayor.
You're like, fuck it, I might do it.
Probably not, though.
Probably not.
Man, what a way to stick to your guns.
Yeah, really digging his heels in on that one.
Americans love sticking to their guns.
Yes, they
Yep,
do.
yep.
Hooray. Yep.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I get it though. Guns look cool.
They do, don't they?
Hot take. Guns are kind of cool.
yeah, they do look
You
pretty
know,
cool.
they do kill people, which is not so cool. But they also kind of look
Guns don't kill people. People kill
government
people
does
with
with
guns.
guns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah,
Which is almost the same thing.
yeah.
Anyway, that's the end of our news. How crazy. What a bunch of crazy stories.
Bunch of zany-
Beautiful, beautiful mound.
I really enjoyed going over these articles with you friends.
This is it's just the best part of the podcast at the moment. I just really like hearing these news stories and commenting on them.
Yeah, they are pretty fucking good.
Even
man.
though I'm not educated on them at all, that's the best part. That's what
Well,
I
neither
love
were the
most.
people in the stories, mate. What
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
difference does it make?
Fucking goats, armless guys asking to touch women's feet.
Fucking heroin.
Yep.
Yeah,
Oh,
heroin
can we do the
license
best part
plate.
where you merge all the headlines into one big headline?
I can try, Toby.
Yes.
Anything for you.
Yes.
You're gonna have to fill some airtime for
Okay.
approximately 20
okay,
seconds.
So this is audience at home. For anyone that doesn't know, this is why I transitioned so that I could get
Tokyo
big titties,
2020 Australia. Sorry, go on.
so that I could convince my friends to do things for me.
Oh,
titties do.
the big titty persuasion.
Yeah.
It works surprisingly well.
Big titty committee.
Australian canoeist had sex in a cardboard bed with a man who previously was a woman
Uh-huh.
with no arms.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Also, I can't do this. It's too
Sorry.
hard.
Sorry.
It
sorry,
got,
sorry.
it got to the laser beam cloud thing. I was like, how the hell do I incorporate
It started
this?
raining.
That's a little hard.
Anyway, guys, this has been the Misfits Podcast. These are fun articles. This is Swagger Souls.
Hello.
That's Matt.
Hello.
That's Toby.
Hello.
And Chris Chan had sex with his mother.
Oh, we were supposed to talk about this. No, we need
Fuck
to
his
extend
dementia-ridden
the
mother.
show. We need to extend the
No,
show.
we'll talk about it another time.
Dude,
me.
how are we
I'm
not
not-
going to
I'm
talk
not-
about the Christery?
I'm not well read on this, and I
Bro.
actually don't want to incur
We
the
could
wrath
do
of
it
the
next
Christorians.
week, and I can include a bunch of Christian history, so
Oh,
you guys
please.
can
Lore and
notes and stuff,
everything.
so you guys
We
can
need-
educate the viewers.
Can you make an iceberg?
Yeah, we could do a
There we
Christian
go.
episode next week.
Yeah,
if we
those
re-
are hot
Oh
right
my
now.
god, dude! It's
Icebergs are hot, mate.
2021. We're talking about Christian.
Dude,
Part of me also just feels bad for Chris Chan. I don't know if I want
I
to
don't
like,
feel bad at all for
necessarily.
him.
Why?
because he got to fuck his mom. That's pretty rad.
Kind of jealous, to be
I
honest.
just feel like we're just
He's getting
making
pussy.
taking advantage of a mentally ill person. You know?
Well, you know.
Yeah.
Is that cool, guys?
Why
is that
did
cool?
you-
Is that the kind of podcast you want to be?
He did the same thing to his mother. What's the difference?
Why did you look at me when you said mentally ill?
That's the end of the show. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh,